Jago
Thank you for joining our class that is dedicated to the energy Kundalini. We want to understand better that Kundalini energy has a very specific role within our subtle system. She acts like a spiritual, motherly healing power. And we have listened at the very beginning the beautiful song dedicated to Kundalini, and actually to Kundalini's awakening, interpreted by Sahaj Yogis from Toronto during a public program that we've offered here in Burlington, in the Halton region of Ontario, Canada. So first, please let us know if anyone is completely new to Sahaj Yoga, but from what we've seen, we have our regular friends, which is good. And also I want to invite you to visit our weekly schedule with the classes, because we have new classes, and actually we'll have even lunchtime classes offered by yogi friends. So our team is very energetic with the beginning of spring. So let's make sure that we are relaxed. Nothing else matters other than our spiritual growth for the next, at least for the next hour or so. So let's take a deep breath in, hold it inside. and then release the air out. And for the next minutes, let's keep our eyes open. We are sharing, as always, images mostly from nature around us that yogis took those images. And we'll have a very special class dedicated to the difference between the reality as we perceive it and the moment when it becomes unreal. So the real and unreal. So we'll really go deeper with our understanding of the life we live, the life that we perceive, and the existence as perceived by our spirit. And the spirit represents our essence, who we truly are. So when we keep both hands open and we look at these images, try to imbibe this energy and see how the reality as we see it is a reflection of another reality, like the clouds, the sky is reflected in the water. And if you just look down, if you just look at that reflection, you might never be aware that there is something above, which is the source for your perceived reality, your angle of reality. And while we watch these images, let's keep both hands wide open and feel that we really unbutton the boundaries that are created by our mind, our emotions. All these layers, we let them dissipate and we invite the reality. And we invite the subtle system that we have within to reveal itself. As you know, we can feel our chakras, our energy centers in our palms, and as well, they are distributed along the body. It's getting better. You might feel the coolness, like a gentle breeze flowing. But today is also work day, so maybe this is the reason why we can feel the balloons, as we call them, the ego and the superego, are quite relevant during this session. So let's invite our energy Kundalini to flow. Higher and higher. Let's relax both hands wide open. And let's start letting go of the thoughts, of the reactions. We'll listen to the same version of that bhajan, that song dedicated to Kundalini. It's a different version. While we are in meditation, of course, you can close the eyes and just absorb and enjoy your own vibrations.
सोई आत्मा में प्रकाश भरो जो बिखरे हैं चित्त एकत्रित करो, सोई आत्मा में प्रकाश भरो। जो बिखरे हैं चित्त एकत्रित करो, तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे, तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे। रोशनी में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। सहस्रार में आके, सहस्रार में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा, करो सब पे कृपा, करो सब पे कृपा।
This energy center integrates all the systems within us and is therefore our ultimate command center. All pictures, music, and sounds of nature have been carefully chosen to lift you into your own inner peace and freedom. You must only watch, listen, and feel. Before we come to the experimental part of the program, we will repeat the introduction.
Now, how can you experiment with truth? Truth is what it is. It cannot be changed and it cannot be conceptualized. But truth can be felt.
Your own body is the instrument of truth. In every human being, energy centers are to be found on the autonomic nervous system. These centers are connected to every cell in the body through the nerves and are called chakras. The centers are a direct instrument of the truth. They reflect the destructive as well as the constructive behavior of man towards his environment and towards himself. Fear, worry, stress, anger, greed, egotism, and so forth irate the nerves in the body and overload the energy centers of your autonomic nervous system, environment, and towards himself. Fear, worry, stress, anger, greed, egotism, and so forth irate the nerves in the body and overload the energy centers of your autonomic nervous system. With the help of the nervous system, one can discover the reasons for a positive or negative attitude to life and the reasons why sicknesses occur. How does that work?
In the sacrum bone, just below the base of the spine, resides a power. This power is known as a female or motherly primordial power, and since ancient times it is known as Kundalini. The limbic area on top of the head integrates all the systems in the body and is therefore the principal control center for the body. Your experiment with truth starts when your Kundalini rises up through the spinal column to enlighten this limbic area. When this happens, a new dimension of perception is achieved through which you learn to understand the energy flow from your body to your hands. All the nerve centers, and consequently all the organs, reflect their condition in the hands and on each fingertip. Through this subtle system of perception, that is the system which registers the truth about everything, you are able to discern your own mastership and what should be your right conduct towards God, mankind, and nature.
Whatever you will now feel is information about the true conditions of your energy centers. And that is your experiment with truth. You can feel it in your hands, above your head, in your body, and in your heart. The awakening of Kundalini in man is the blossoming of the seeds which all the great incarnations have sown. Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Lord Jesus, Lord Muhammad, Lord Confucius, Lord Lao Tse, Lord Buddha, Lord Jnanadeva, Guru Nanak, and others.
Kundalini is the power which enlightens mankind, and through this a new step in evolution is achieved. Rohit Mehta, founder of the Socialist Party of India and secretary of the International Theosophical Society, writes in his book, The Science of Meditation, "We have seen that the brain is working at present at a low potential of 10 to 12%. It must be supplied with a great amount of fresh energy. It is with this energy that new centers of learning can be brought into existence in unusual areas of the brain. Without establishing such new reverberating centers in a revitalized brain, man cannot survive biologically or psychologically in this new phase of evolutionary growth." He continues to say, "Faced with this situation, awakening of Kundalini seems to be the only answer. The birth of a revitalized brain due to the inflow of Kundalini energy arouses intense joy. In all living cells there exists an energy which controls their growth and development, as well as their communication with the complete system. This energy is in a spiral form, and growth also takes place in a spiral form. In all human beings and animals, this energy exists in an uncoiled form, and the task of this energy is the same as that in all the cells. But above all, it establishes the connection and communication with the all-pervading power of the cosmos."
Now do your own experiment. Lay your hands out open on your lap with the palms facing upwards. While the description is being read, watch the reaction on your autonomic nervous system. When your Kundalini moves, then you can feel a cool breeze on the palms of your hands, on your face, and above your head. Alternatively, you may feel the sensation directly in the body. The breeze may be sometimes warm. You may feel tingling in certain fingers.
This primordial power within you is of absolute importance to your experiment with truth. It is the power of enlightenment. The primordial power, or primordial mother, was revealed to all races at different times.
The saint Jnanadeva and other seers of India called her Kundalini. In the ancient scriptures of the Vedas and the Upanishads, the writings of Markandeya and Tukaram, Kundalini is described as being the most subtle, the most holy, and the most mighty power of the universe. The Greeks knew that she resided in the sacrum bone at the base of the spine. Muslims invoked her as Ruach, the divine breath of life. In the Quran, it is written, "We believe in Allah and all that he passed down to us, and what he passed down to Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, and Jacob, and the tribes, and what was given to Moses and Jesus, and what was given to the prophets from the Lord. We make no difference between any of them, and truly we are Muslims. And we gave Jesus, the son of Mary, the clear signs, and strengthened him with the Holy Spirit." Lord Buddha said that when Maitreya, the threefold mother, incarnates on earth, human beings will achieve self-knowledge. The Maoris on the Polynesian islands talk about mana, the experience of holy power that penetrates existence. The Red Indian tribes of North America refer to her as Tabu'at. It means mother and child, and expresses the desire for second birth. The Atharva Veda. Whosoever is driven by the breath of life, he will be reborn. Kanon, the Japanese goddess of compassion, shows a female figure on top of her head, representing the primordial power. The Gnostic scriptures. Those drops which fell from the light and spirit into the chaos represent the judgment of the Archigenitor and manifested their forms through the breeze as a living soul. Listen to how one of the 10 great primordial masters describes this female power of the universe. Lao Tse. A being there is, inconceivable and complete. It existed before heaven and earth, so silent, so formless, alone it persists. It is unchanging. All-pervading it is, without danger. One can call it the mother of the universe. I know not its name. I call it Tao. We will, in this program, call this primordial power Kundalini. Translated, this means born with you. And she waits for her awakening in the sacrum bone, where she rests in 3.5 coils. When the residing Kundalini within you flows through all your energy centers and enlightens the limbic area, then she releases a stream of joy, which overflows into all the channels of the body. You are then in a state of blissful happiness, in which your whole body becomes one in perfect harmony. In this state, filled with a great love, and are one with the universal ocean of consciousness. Wolfgang Bernhard, author of the book Jnanadeva, describes how this great saint experienced self-realization or enlightenment. Jnanadeva describes for the first time the inner primordial mother, Kundalini.
This pure force of Kundalini frees all parts of the body from disease. Joint by joint, she enlightens the various regions of the body. Externally, the body appears as clean and pure as the body of a child. But the power of that force within is beyond description. Once every cell has been enlightened, the Kundalini again permeates the whole being and fills it with divine power. At the same time, she absorbs all the forces of the body into herself, and only she, the primordial force of life, remains. Youth and age cease to exist, and a pure state, existing beyond time, is born in their place. Meditate on your pure desire for enlightenment and surrender to the songs of Mother Nature. The music and pictures have been chosen to sweetly lift you. You are timeless. You know no future or past. You are here and now. When you are one with these images of nature, You are in the present moment. Dr. Umesh C. Rai, visiting professor at the Institutes of Brain and Heart Research in Oxford, London and New Delhi, proves in his book, Medical Science Enlightened, that Kundalini awakening, as practiced by Her Holiness Srimataji Nirmala Devi, has these new revitalizing effects, not only for the brain and the body, but also for the whole environment. The state of self-realization which begins through Kundalini awakening was described by the great Guru Nanak as Sahaja Samadhi. Her Holiness Srimataji calls it Sahaja Yoga.
On the 5th of May, 1970, Her Holiness Srimataji Nirmala Devi opened the topmost energy center, the Sahasrara Chakra, on a collective level. She has developed a gentle method by which Kundalini could be awakened through her love. Through Kundalini awakening, it has become possible for all those seeking the truth to experience this all-pervading power of the universe, and to communicate and share this joy with others.
Now the central power is the Kundalini. That has to rise and penetrate through different chakras, enter into the limbic area and enlighten the 7 pithas, seats of these 7 chakras, which are placed along the midline of the limbic area. So all these 6 centers are combining to make the 7th center. This is a very important point which we should know. Now the essence of Sahasrara is integration. In Sahasrara all the chakras are there, so all the deities get integrated. And you can feel their integration. That means when you get your Kundalini in Sahasrara, your mental, emotional and your spiritual, everything being becomes one. Your physical being also merges. Then you have no problem. Vishwavandita Nirmala Mata Sarva Pujita Nirmala Mata Brahma Swarupini.
The Devi Mahatmyam, towards the mother of the universe. Your face resembling the moon, giving out cool rays.
Vishwavandita Nirmala Mata Sarva Pujita Nirmala Mata. First it is integrated with, as I said, Chitta. Then when it gets absolutely integrated with the spirit, then whatever you say is the truth. When the enlightenment of the Kundalini takes place in the brain, then truth is perceived through your brain. That's why it's called as Satyakhand, means you start seeing the truth perceived by your brain. Because so far, whatever you see through your brain is not the truth. What you see is just the outer side. But you cannot make out whether a person is real or not, whether a guru is real or not. Because divinity cannot be perceived through your brain unless and until this light of your spirit shines into it. It's impossible for you to judge a person about his divinity unless and until the Kundalini reaches at least this part, which is the limbic area.
The Gnostic Scriptures. These things happen through the will of the Mother, the Sapphire, so that he, the immortal human, will put into order the veils which have been there, and they welcome the breeze of that breath. The Mother said, "And so I came here, that they should become connected with that spirit and that breeze, that they should become both united as from the very beginning, so that they may reap a rich harvest and ascend to the one who has existed from the very beginning in inexpressible joy."
You have to recognize recognition is the only worship when you want to know God inside you. All the other ganas, devtas, deities, shaktis are one in unison inside you. Once you have recognized, gradually you will do everything that has to be done. You know what is to be done.
Lao Tse. The valley spirit never dies. It is the feminine, primal mother. Her gateway is the root of heaven and earth. It is like a veil barely seen. Use it. It will never fail.
If you are honest about Surge Yoga and about your seeking, you don't know how much God looks after you. God protects you out and out, and He looks after you with complete attention and care. And He's so loving that description of His compassion cannot be given in words, but can be only felt and understood. In the God's kingdom, it's so blissful, absolutely blissful. Complete blessings are poured on, absolutely with everything. Health, wealth, mental, emotional, all kinds of prosperity you can get in Surge Yoga, no doubt. So opening of the Sahasrara is very important.
During this journey towards truth, if you have felt a coolness from your hands or head, if you are aware, yet without thought, then you will find yourself in reality. However, if you still do not feel that you are an integral part of the all-pervading power, then you may have felt some tingling or heat on certain parts of your hands. That indicates obstructions within your subtle system. Proceed with your experiment with truth, and you will again witness how your own Kundalini informs you about your actual state of being. Please join us again in the next edition of Experiments with Truth, when we shall repeat once more this important exercise of raising the Kundalini.
Let's keep both hands relaxed and have a short meditation. Those of us that know how to invite Kundalini energy to flow within us, we can invite with the right hand Kundalini to rise and complete her journey through the crown chakra and beyond a few times. We can have a pass it on. So I'm inviting two of our yogi friends to let's place the right hand on the heart on the left side of the chest. So right hand will be placed there, gently pressing. This way we indicate to Kundalini energy that we want her to rise here. Left hand remains relaxed in our lap, receiving, asking for the all-pervading energy to enter our being and help us out. So let's make sure that we keep our eyes closed, attention inside. The meditation will be short. Take a deep breath in, retain it for a few seconds, feel the lungs expanding, then slowly release the air out through the nose. Let's see if we can let go of the thoughts. If any thought bothers us, we can just say, I'm not this. I let you go. Fly away. Let's move the attention along the spine, above the head, and from there witnessing what happens with our entire being. And now we talk to our own Kundalini energy, motherly power, with full confidence, with full faith in her power, in her desire to help. Mother Kundalini, please come into my heart and purify my heart completely. Please come into my heart and purify my heart completely. After each affirmation, let's give space. Mental, emotional space. Just empty ourselves. Like an open, empty glass that wants to receive. the divine ambrosia. You want to be filled with that vital force that's nourishing, enlightening. And this time we'll say 7 times with full conviction, Mother Kundalini, I am the Spirit, nothing else but the pure Spirit. And we say it 7 times because our spirit communicates with the 7 chakras through 7 auras that are in this area at the heart level. So 7 times with full conviction. Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit, nothing else but the pure spirit. Take a deep breath anytime you feel like it. Mother Kundalini, please rise, remove all worries, any negative emotions, any impure desires, any kind of impurities. Take them all away. Give me a strong, pure heart. We'll gently take the right hand away from the chest area, kind of floating in the air, parallel with the heart, parallel with the body, at a palm or even a little bit further away. We can even play with it, just take it closer to the chest, then further away, and follow with the attention that space area. What we feel in that space area, what do we feel? Maybe even within our body, we can have a special sensation. Or in the right palm, we can have a special sensation, a flow of energy, a type of subtle energetic presence. Because our heart emits vibrations. Our spirit talks to us through this vibratory awareness. Let's see if our spine is straight. We can push our chest a bit further, like a brave warrior, fearless warrior of love. Very good. And now we can place the fingers of the right hand exactly on the sternum bone, in the middle of the chest where the rib cages unite. Take a deep breath in, hold it a few seconds, then slowly let it out. This is the center heart chakra, the heart chakra that is placed along the central energy channel. This one governs our immune system, fights the diseases as well, the fears, the doubts. Let's take a deep breath in. Feel the chest expanding, then slowly let the air out. Move the attention on the top of the head, and with full conviction, let's say 12 times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am fearless. Please remove any fears, any self-doubts, any worries about the future, about what's next. Mother Kundalini, I completely surrender the future into the Divine's hands. I have nothing to fear. I am fully protected by the divine force of life. Mother Kundalini, you are my spiritual mother, my protective spiritual power. I place my life into your hands. Please guide me, support me, nourish me, purify me, strengthen me. I am all yours. Let's stop any thought, any reaction. Again, we take the right hand and we place it in the air, in the front of our chest, in the front of the heart chakra. Not too close, we don't want to feel the heat of the body. And again, we can fluctuate with our right hand and see what we feel. If we feel heat or lots of tingling, that means that this chakra needs nourishment. If we feel coolness, that tells us, like gentle coolness, we know for sure that this chakra was opened and it allows Kundalini to flow freely on her path towards the crown chakra. Now let's take the index finger, the pointing finger from the right hand, and we'll gently press it, gently place it, not press it, just gently place it in the niche at the base of the neck. This way we get in contact with our center throat chakra. Take a deep breath in, hold it few seconds, then slowly release the air out, and with it all reactions, all worries, all doubts. Take another deep breath in and just feel that we completely relax. When you release the air out, you know that you let go, completely let go. And here we'll ask Mother Kundalini, please purify my Vishuddhi chakra, my throat chakra. Please protect my relationships so they are all pure, innocent, based on pure love and pure respect. Mother Kundalini, please rise. Make me a pure flute for the divine, to play a divine song through this flute. Let's empty any thought. Just be quiet, simple in the present moment for a few seconds. We'll ask for a very important quality that helps us with the mental health as well, the emotional health as well. We'll ask Mother Kundalini, please make me a detached personality, responsible yet detached. So I can see the reality as is. Let's take a deep breath in, hold it, then we let go. And with the air, we let go of all attachments, all the heaviness of attachments. Now we'll take the right hand, we'll wrap it around the forehead, we lean our head into the right palm. Make sure that the temples are within the grasp of the right palm. We bow down towards Mother Earth, just naturally. And from the heart we'll say, Mother Kundalini, for my own satisfaction, I forgive everyone, including myself. From all my heart, I choose to let go of any judgment of others. Completely surrender the past, the present, and the future to the divine. We can watch with the attention on what we feel in the left hand. We might feel either cooler or warmer than before, because this center is a very important center. It's the gate towards Sahasrara chakra. So really with joy, because surrender gives such a liberation, we can say, Mother Kundalini, I completely forgive from all my heart. I forgive everyone. Who am I to judge? I'm just a drop in the ocean of life. I forgive everyone, including myself, with joy. Very good. Great job, everyone, really. And now we'll take the right hand. The last step, we'll place it on the top of the head. Make sure that you press with the center of the right palm. We remember that the center corresponds to this chakra. The fingers will not touch the head. The fingers of the right palm will be in the air, will not touch the head. If you're not yet, if you're not still in that position, make sure that you're still gently, naturally bending towards Mother Earth, like respectfully, just from the heart, with that humility that comes from the heart, not rationally, but from the heart. And now we'll move the scalp. We apply pressure with the center of the right palm, and we move the scalp towards left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, backward. So just like opening a lid, profoundly we move it. Let's do it 7 times, slowly, profoundly. And we'll ask Mother Kundalini, please open completely my crown chakra. Mother Kundalini, please open completely my crown chakra. Or we can ask Mother Kundalini, please nourish my self-realization, expand my self-realization. Any of these from the heart. Then slowly, when we finish gently, we can straighten our back. We take the right hand upward slowly and we follow just with the attention. Eyes are closed. Just with the attention further and further. Let's see if we can feel like a column of coolness, ideally, developing under the right palm, coming out straight from the top of the head. That's Kundalini flowing upwards. Then we'll place the right hand in our lap. Attention will be on that space above the head. And from there, we let our attention flow while we are in thoughtless awareness state. Completely aware, completely open, completely satisfied. With this connection, with this union. If any thought bothers us, we move the attention back on the top of our head. It helps, and just consider that thought or that mental reaction or that memory, anything, just like a cloud, a passing cloud. You can even say, I let you go. I am the spirit. I am complete. I let you go. So for a few seconds, let's remain in this state. Just feel that we absorb. We are nourished by this connection. Trust this connection. And while we are in meditation, let's listen. I'll read a few quotes from Shimataji's talks, because today is a very auspicious day of the year, one of the most auspicious days of the year. Akshaya Tritiya. So the vibrations are very strong. We had 2 morning meditations and vibrations were really, really great. So let's remain in meditation. And also, if you feel from your heart, after you listen to what Shimataji said about today, some advices she gave for today, please go ahead and just follow, and you'll understand after I'm reading it. So Shimataji was saying to yogis, so not to a public program, but to yogis that want to know more and to grow deeper. Today is a day where whatever you want to know of eternal nature, you can ask me and will last for eternity. But many people think that today is the day where whatever you ask, God has to give you. It's true, whatever you ask, you'll get it, but it's just a temptation. Beyond that is eternity. So whatever you have to ask, you should ask for something that is eternal, indestructible. That higher state, which is called the permanent state of joy and bliss, is to be asked today, because all other askings are wasted, and you again go back to the position where you were. It's important to understand that this time, today, you have to ask something eternal for yourself, something eternal for your family, something eternal for your country, and something eternal for this world and universe. You all are Sahaja yogis and of a very high level, and I'm happy that the whole of you have come here for that eternal state of Devi, of the goddess of the primordial mother. And we know that Kundalini is a reflection of that. So then Shimataji continues, and if it works out, you should get that eternal state within yourself. You should get that state where you don't want anything anymore and reside in that beautiful condition of complete peace and bliss. That's what is available to you, and you can easily achieve it. I cannot say this to people who are not Sahaja yogis, but I can definitely say this to people who are Sahaja yogis and who have achieved already self-realization. So today I hope you all ask and pray for that eternal love of God. It should flow to you all the time. May God bless you. So that's the end of the quote. And just to see how everything works together, we made the schedule for this week and for today to talk about Kundalini, the mother within us, and Sahasrara. We chose this talk. And it's interesting because about this special day, Shimataji was saying that's a day when Kundalini itself should be venerated. And also Shimataji makes a connection with Sahasrara, with the crown chakra, exactly what we have done earlier. So everything came together. And Shimataji mentions that we should have the feelings of the Sahasrara completely opened out. And Shimataji is telling us, maybe we can all use this from Shimataji, this prayer. Of course, as mature Sahaja yogis, you will pray, Shimataji, let us, or you pray to God, but Shimataji was in their presence and she was blessing them, giving them blessings and vibrations. Shimataji, let us and our families and our collectivity and our communities and our countries and the entire universe become channels of your divine love. So we can all really ask to become channels of divine love. And we can have the attention further above on our communities to become channels of love, of divine love. And on our countries to become channels of divine love. So there is peace, true peace everywhere. So I will stop here if anyone would like to share what you felt. And of course, if you have anything else that you would like to mention, we can take a few minutes for our Sahaj family time. So you can unmute yourself. That would be wonderful. Or write on the chat, whatever makes sense to you. And these photographs you see, you're looking at, they're really from our region when the spring came. I think these are from last year. Before we say goodbye, let's check above the head. The vibrations are really very cool around. I hope that everybody felt the same. And tomorrow we have a special class dedicated to Kundalini, but in a different way, and to Mother's Day and Friday as well. We'll not have on Sunday because it's Mother's Day. We have no class, no session. And because we also have, some of us will have a seminar in the evening. And what else? Saturday evening also will not have because everybody's busy. But enjoy the nature, and you can meditate with us. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. It was a lovely meditation this evening. And I enjoyed the images and the movie clips with Tim Bruce narrating. That was wonderful, about Kundalini in different cultures. I've always enjoyed that, and I learn every single time we get together. So thank you for the vibrations, and thank you for a lovely evening. And hello to all my friends and family on the line.
Wonderful. Thank you, Paula. And we have Carmela.
Thank you. Nice vibration, beautiful seminar. Love you all. Have a great Mother's Day. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you so much.
See you.
Love is in the air. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks so much. Have a great evening, everybody.
Bye.
See you.